Were y'all able to eat this morning? Or did y'all choose to pass up a meal because you had something better to do or you wanted to sleep in? Raise your hand if you've ever met someone who couldn't afford to pay for their meals. Okay, raise your hand if you've seen someone struggle for their meals to pay for. I have a really hard time with this because I have a personal experience where I was raised with 5 older brothers and my dad was struggling a lot of the time. So there were times that we didn't know when or how the food would come, and it was a really big problem for us. And so the problem is that there are children in Texas and other states that don't get to have any food and are starving. After getting through my own history of struggle, I have researched county assessments and many peer-reviewed articles. There are thousands of problems in the world, but hunger is the one you're going to hear from me with a bright and positive solution. In my county, back home in Texas, in 2013, the federal poverty guidelines for a family of 4 was $23,000, and for the country, it's one of the wealthiest out of a family of 4. The national rates are 22.5%, and the state rate is 26.6%. And in 2011, the estimated was 12.2 below 18 were living in poverty or living to where they couldn't really defend for themselves and couldn't find their way to pay for their meals. That may seem kind of low, but it does reach 21,000 kids in my county. And I know it doesn't really apply to y'all because y'all are from Kansas or wherever y'all are from. So one that should apply to y'all is Heston. And at the Heston Elementary alone, they have a program called the Backpack Lunch Program. And I spoke to Chris Robertson, who is the principal at the elementary, and she said that there are 4 kids in it right now, and that there are at least a dozen that are eligible that should be in it. And last year, Heston College did a statewide packaging event, and it feeds 6 people, but I had a personal issue with this one because Heston College needs to worry about locally first before they kind of broaden their horizons, I guess. Nationally, 16 million kids living in struggling homes, and that means that 1 out of 5 kids are. 9.8 million kids get free or reduced lunches or the backpack program throughout the United States. 10.6 million are eligible though, that don't want to use it because they are insecure about it. Globally, there are 1.5 million that die every year from hunger. 33% are considered starving. 3.6 seconds is the amount of time between each death of starving. The total number in the world who suffer from hunger and malnutrition is 8 million. And the total percent of world's hunger is in 7 countries is 65%. The total number of people who will die this year is 7,615,360 people. Obama has a pledge that he did or wanted to do. It was called Pledge to Hunger, and the 7 steps are as shown as: must restore economic growth first, lift incomes, strengthen food stamp programs, strengthen child nutrition. Entire federal government needs to be engaged and on board with this pledge. Must work the state and local levels too, so you can't just look at worldwide views. You need to start from within, and then they need to make sure that all families have at least some access to reasonable priced food. Food insecurities For children and teenagers, they have poor health concern, and then most of them will be hospitalized. The problems are social and emotional and cognitive development. For children from under teens, 6 to 12 range, they have accident performance from like math skills and reading skills, and they have a hard time making friends. And then for teenagers, the suicidal and depression rates have increased from childhood hunger or from kids not being able to eat the appropriate amount. My action is that I want y'all to make a difference, and I have decided that I have a box here in class actually, and it's going to stay here through the rest of this week, and it's a green box right here. And if y'all feel the need, which y'all should, to bring one item from y'all's room or one item from somewhere to put in there, and I'm going to take it down myself to the elementary on Friday. But that box is going to be in here all week, and it could be here through the rest of the year, depending on how well it goes. And
it's like, when you're hungry, it means to be like, you don't have any food in your body and you need it to keep you healthy.
The first thing I think about is the people that don't have food.
It means like they're really hungry and they don't have much food inside them.
Hunger is like,
so I encourage y'all to bring something so I can help, so we can all help as a group, the elementary of Heston, because we're